testing them now, and everything's working good. And again, well, today's the second day of our open house here for the Day Traders Action Room, and yesterday was market went absolutely nuts, and they're going nuts again today, which is a big whatever. But now they're solidly breaking the 9,500 handle here, and that's big news. However, let's see if they're going to sustain that, and we're going to get a real blaster on the downside. So far, the Dow's down 291, approaching the 300 level like it did yesterday. So they might spring it back. We'll be keeping an eye out for that and see if they're going to spring this market back or whatever. It's a good chance they will. And here it comes. Look at that, like a rocket ship, jamming it right back up to that 9,500 handle, as I just mentioned. So let's take an eye, keep an eye on this here. Watch the action and see what kind of market we get. Right now, it's not even tradable. This is just complete madness, and that's a big whatever. That's fine, you know. Let it go crazy. Doesn't bother us. We're going to be on the sidelines for a while, it looks like, until they can just calm down a little bit. Over on crude oil, real brief review. We have a very exact, specific method for trading Boomerang Day Trader on crude oil, which is described on our Boomerang blog. I'll show you that real quick while we're just biding our time, waiting for the things to slow down. And it's under boomerangtrader.com. Under resources. We've been around a long time, one of the top selling software in the industry for day trading, on the futures especially, but it's good for ETFs, stocks, anything. Boomerang's amazing. You can trade the higher time frames like the dailies or hourlies, or we use 450 tick chart, which is kind of a hybrid between a 1 minute and a 3 minute type chart. That's what we use the 450 ticks for. But this, you can scroll down. If you go to resources, you'll find the Boomerang Day Trader 4-step confirmation process, which is what we use. And the rules are all spelled out here in writing, crystal clear. So what I show you today, there's no way for me to fudge that or, try to pretend like, oh, we got all these winning trades. We don't play those kind of games. We've been showing the recordings of these for 2.5 years now, with an average of 90% winning trade signals every day in the Boomerang Day Trader software. For crude oil is the contract we recommend right now. The US stock indexes, are too crazy. They're too insane. They shouldn't be traded except by special professional methods like the ones that I use and call out live. So I'll make the trades, give you the signals, and what we recommend: do not trade these if you're just coming in as a guest to the room. You can use your simulator if you want. Don't take any risk on them. What we recommend when you join the room is watch for 2 days, 3 days. Just get a feel for it. If you have crazy days like yesterday and today, that changes everything. You got to realize it's not a normal market. So just, common sense says to watch a little bit longer and then write down the trades that I make. You've got to be proactive. Otherwise, it's no good. You're just, if you get hired at a job and you come in and say, okay, I'm hired, give me my 100 grand a year. And he says, okay, we're going to have a 2 week training. He goes, well, I don't want to go to that. What do you mean? We just hired you. Of course, you're going to leap all over. Okay, I'm at the training and we need you wherever you are. You live in Oklahoma or somewhere and we need you to fly to New York for the training. Okay, you're on a plane, right? And then when you get there, and they hand you your notebook, and the first person comes out and starts talking, welcome to the training. This is going to be 2 weeks of intense training for your new job you got hired for. And you just sit there and you don't even open the notebook and you don't look at anything, don't take any notes. Think about how ridiculous that is. So you're in the Day Traders Action Room. Here's a chance to make an average of $500,000 a day for only $149 a month, and you're just going to sit there and not be proactive. Like, what's the matter with you? This is a chance to really step up and have a whole brand new job and not have to drive to the current job you have and do all the routine you've been doing. So we offer that opportunity, and many have taken us up on it, and they've done very, very well and continue. We've had 8 months in a row, winning months, and this month is like real amazing. I mean, it's write it down, February 2020, the month that blew minds, and they're doing it today again too. So, but do you see the comparison? I use comparisons like this a lot to help you. It's really just a tough love measure. If you've been a futures trader and you're joining the room, that means you're looking for a room. You're looking for somebody who can supply you with something that can help you in your trading. Well, that's because most likely if you've been trading a while, you've blown out a couple accounts, and so you're looking for some relief. You're looking for somebody who can show you how to do that. Well, now that you've come to this, you've seen my experience, 33 years as a trader and a professional in the industry, and in the industry a long time with a golden reputation, having given that talk. That's why I show that picture. It's the only reason. It's not for bragging rights. I'm showing you that I gave we had series of seminars. The picture showing there, and 320 traders flew in from around the world just to see me. It wasn't a multi-speaker type of thing. Just all flew in just to see me. Paid $1,000 for a ticket for the 2 days, and we gave them their money's worth. That's for sure. But we had over a dozen floor traders, and we had 20 brokers. Brokers don't get off out of their desk and get on a plane and fly to this was in Florida. They don't fly to Florida and pay $250 a night for the Marriott hotel where we stayed there on the ocean to waste time, especially floor traders. They're not going to leave the floor. So here's a picture of that seminar, just kind of a split picture, me talking, and then the huge audience there. Why would we do that? Why would brokers do that? Why would anybody do that? And pay all that money, spend a lot of money and time to come and listen to me talk. I hope you're getting that clear in your head. Nobody else can put a picture like this up in the industry right now. Larry Williams can, good old Larry, but he's not as active as he was before. But even still, he can do that. But here's our motto here. It's very important. If you're listening to what I'm saying, I hope you'll pay attention, because we can really give you some great suggestions for your trading to really help you. And we have all kinds of other aspects of the room that are very valuable. What if you go to work for 2 hours to 3 hours in the morning, have the rest of the day off in a 3-day weekend every week, and make up to 300 to $1,000 a day? Now that's on a small contract with or a small account with just 4 contracts. That's how we run our track record. You can trade a lot more if you want, which many of our members do. That's up to you. But so we have this crude oil feature too, using my world famous Boomerang software, Boomerang Day Trader software. So I'm going to show you the method right now. The way it works is we start trading at 5:45, so that's coming in right here. So we'll wait for the next setup. And what happens is you get a buy signal, or a buy channel opens. Here's the arrow. It's kind of hiding under this band here. A buy channel opens. We wait for the candle to close, and we ask, are the price pressure bands open? These are the price pressure bands. When the dash line crosses over the solid line and starts showing an up move, and ideally with successive higher candles, that's a new buy channel. We watch for the dynamic trend bands to have either crossed over on a buy channel, are within 2 to 3 ticks of crossing over, which is right here, or matching color. One or two or all of those conditions permissions a trade to be taken. In this case, the dynamic trend bands were matching color before the other two conditions. So that means your first pullback signal line, which is marked exactly with these dots here, that's your first trade. And all we're doing at 53.06, all we're doing is scalping for 10 ticks. So within less than 2-3 minutes, they ran up and gave us 2 ticks without any pressure on the stop or anything. The stop, incidentally, is a mental stop down by this rim of the trade channel down here, this very thin green line. So entry here, and within 2 minutes they ran up and hit 10 ticks. It's $100 in your pocket per contract. That's it for that trade. Then we just wait for the next setup. Now this one here, again, you had the sell channel come in um, here, and you had the price pressure bands open, but they have not come even close to crossing over within 2 ticks or anything until they get over here. So now here they are crossing over right here. So your first trade on the sell side is right here with this pullback to the signal line, and down they go for 10 ticks. So that's the second winning trade in a row. You see how that works? Now this is a classic second level trade here. Here's level one. And for a second level trade, you need a counter move, just kind of a move that doesn't disrupt the flow of the dynamic trend bands here coming down. You see that steep dynamic trend band number two? Here's the buy arrow for the new counter buy channel, but it doesn't disrupt the flow of the trend. So then when the sell arrow comes back on this candle, you take the very first pullback to the signal line, which is right here, and down they go for 10 ticks again in about 2 minutes. So that's the third winning trade in a row on Boomerang today. 1, 2, second level, 3, and then they get blasted a little harder. Now here's number 4. Now notice here they're crossing over. This is the first time I looked at a very smooth day on crude oil today. Look at the crossover here. So automatically your permission to make the trade, because they've already crossed over, and you're going to always have the dynamic trend band number one matching color, and the price pressure bands are open here. You're all set to go. You buy the first pullback to the signal line at 27.67, and up they go in just a few minutes for 10 ticks. Fifth winning trade in a row. Now a little quiz for you. What happened here? Do you know? Are you being proactive? You just flew to Chicago for your 2-week training in a brand new job. You got hired with $100,000 a year salary, and you're sitting in the training room, and they hand out the books, and you're just kind of looking at your computer on your phone and haven't even opened the book. What? You got a new job and you're not proactive? Think about it. Anyway, counter move. I just explained this. You got a sell channel, a counter move that didn't disrupt the flow of the dynamic trend band. And then you got a new buy channel coming up here. First pullback signal line, and up they go. Sixth winning trade in a row so far on Boomerang crude oil. You see? So I hope you get proactive with me. It's going to help you. It's for your benefit. I'm not going to make a living off of $39. So don't think I'm trying to sell you something. If you have that attitude anyway, it's probably because you're jaded from being in the futures industry and being in rip-off rooms, or people trying to sell you stuff, um, in the room, like a course for $5,000 or something like that. We don't play those kind of games at Day Traders Action. I'm just waiting for the market to slow down. Obviously, they exploded off this 94, 94 area, and they're back over the 9,500 handle. I'm going to mark this real quick just to remind us. They're kind of making a big deal out of this 9,500 handle here. The riggers are all concerned about this getting blown out, so they're making kind of a big deal out of it here. You can see how hard they goose that market back up. Let me get I want to get a purple kind of line, a real kind that we usually don't use here. That'll do for now. Just something to distinguish it a little bit. Just want it to stand out. So there's 9,500. We drew this yesterday. This is 95.29. This was the bottom yesterday, that big smash yesterday. Remember, we put this big thick line in if you were in yesterday. So there it is. Market's still going at racing at high speed. I just went over all the crude oil setups, and we had 5 of them in a row. So that's $500 per contract. If you trade 2 contracts, it's made $1,000 on the crude oil, following our easy to read, simple setups. Very smooth day on crude oil. So what happened as we were watching, they got real choppy here. I was going over the crude oil, so I wasn't paying attention to this chart or the NASDAQ. And lo and behold, they came out of nowhere. And you can see the dynamic trend bands and everything crossing here. But when they lit them up here, they just blasted them. They blasted them straight up. Now they're testing a pullback here, right at this area. And this is like the big thing here now. It's like a test of, okay, are they going to now start pulling back, running lower again? The Dow's only down 237, so the riggers are working hard to try to reprop this thing back up here. They've been blasting the market higher for over 6 weeks now, just insanely rigging the prices up. The only ones buying the market, according to a lot of articles and reports that have come out the last month or two, the only people buying the markets are the riggers. That's the Federal Reserve. They're goosing the market with what's called they used to call it quantitative easing, but everybody caught on to that it was just rigging. So now they use these robo things. It's very complex, but it's really the same thing as quantitative easing, which again, same word, rigging. They're rigging the markets, and that's the game right now. Okay, watching. Let's see if we get a blast to the downside right here at 19. Not a trade, just a watching to see. 19 is either going to blast down to 10 or lower or 12 area, or they're going to come in here and rescue it on a little dip. I'm estimating down towards oh 08, 8 to 10, and then re-blast it on the upside. So they go down to oh 08 to 10 from 19 that I just called out there, or they're going to blast it back up, and that means the riggers are working overtime here to try to keep the thing propped up. So watching 19 here, which I just called, and I think it was around 19 when I called it. Let's see if they're going to blast them, or the riggers are on steroids here again, and they're going to try to, with this costs them a lot of money to jam this thing back up here. So they may want to try to get their money's worth and keep the game alive above this 95.28 level from yesterday. A little bit hard to say right now. So we're still watching to see if 19 gets blasted down to around 10. If they do, then we'll be watching for 95.10 to see if that gets a blast boost back up. Okay, so we're watching from a right where I call out not a short, but a potential short, because I'm not sure. I think they're going to try to re-blast them back up. But we're watching for 19 to come down to 10 area. It's always area because these things are flying around at hyper speed, moving at ticks every millisecond. So area, when I get in the trade, you'll see when we make a trade, we'll call out exactly the price, and I'll call out 3 or 4 ticks, so we'll know that should be where you'd have the entry. It's a very scientific way to do it. Some people think, oh, I should be trading with a dome or something in here, or else it's not real. Well, I can click on a dome and say, okay, here's the price, but if you didn't get that price, what good is it? You know, we don't show off like that. We try to get you in the trade and make sure it works for you, our members of the room. Okay, they're running right down exactly to where I said, right down to that 10 area, which was 10 and a half was the low. 10 and a half was the low right here. 11 quarter, where was it? 10 and a half. So they did take them down. Now the question is, are they going to re-blast them back up here, or is this thing going to fall apart so far? Oh, look at that. So far falling apart. So up to 10 points on that really was just a test trade. That's all it was, and that's all we call it. It was not a live trade. If we're going to have a live trade, you'll hear, I'll give you a voice example in a second here. But I'm writing this down because I keep records of everything I do today, and you should too if you're going to be proactive. You're coming to the training now. It's not costing you anything. If you want to have a job where you get up every day and come to work, make 500 to $1,000 for the first couple hours of trading, This is your chance. But if you're going to just sit there and go whatever and I don't know, let's see if it's any good. I'm telling you, you're missing the boat. You're missing the point of who you're working with right now. You know, we've been doing this a long time. 33 years I've been trading. So, anyway, 19, and I'm showing the 10 areas where I said if they hold, well, obviously they're blasting it. So this thing, people are fed up. They're realizing that all these years wasted on this fake impeachment, all this crap, only to just get it thrown out in the trash can. And then now they come in with this goofy Mike Bloomberg, little Mike, trying to buy the election away from the Democrats, which the lineup there is pretty pitiful. If you got to admit, I hope you can admit that it's pretty pitiful. Um, and now they're all mad and they're all at war because they're bringing Mike in to once again try to throw uh, Bernie the communist out and put these other people in who, I mean, they're all mad because they realize they can't compete with a guy who can just drop 500 million on ads within the last few weeks. How much can he do over the next year? I mean, it's unbelievable what's going on. So anyway, the riggers lost control of that upper area, but now they're blasting 9,500 again. Look at this. Right down to that purple line we drew, and that's why we draw these things. I tries to tap us on the shoulder and remind us this is 9,500. They're defending that. Now, I talk a lot about the riggers in the market, and some people don't even understand. What do you mean by the riggers? I had a couple questions for that yesterday. I'm going, whew, we got a lot of work to do on you here to help you get up to speed. Don't trade the futures until you understand the riggers because they are completely controlling and dominating the markets. Now today, the public, the massive selling that's coming in is overwhelming the riggers. It could simply be, too, that they're just sitting on their hands. I don't think so, though, because they tried very hard to goose it up from this exact level where we were last time. Look, we're back at that exact level where we were last time. They worked very hard. They spent a lot of money to re-goose that Nasdaq up. I estimate that they do. Nobody knows for sure. They use machines and stuff like that, computer algorithm systems. I think they goose it on the dark pools. Did you know there was a thing called the dark pools? You didn't know that. Okay, that's good because you do now. Yes, specialists, hedge funds, insider club people, like especially the leader of the riggers themselves, the Federal Reserve, they can go on a dark pool where we won't see their trades. They can place orders for millions of shares without you even seeing it. It might not even be reported for an hour in some cases. Is that fair? No, but you need to know that. So they're not going to come on our baby, our mini NASDAQ here, and start buying mini NASDAQ on it. They can blow it up with one touch of a button, but it's going to reflect on this index if they go in the dark pool and start pushing buttons, buying millions of shares in the cash market across the board for the NASDAQ composite stocks. No, not just the big four, the goofy Apple and Amazon and Facebook and all these goofy stocks that it makes up the whole market practically. I'm not talking about that. I mean, across the board, buying the index, yeah, it's going to reflect in that. But look at how when they goosed it up here, right up to, you got it, where we marked it yesterday, exactly up to that exact spot, they came back and waffled, and that's when I took that test short at 19. I said, let's see what happens. And sure enough, the sellers overwhelmed them. I think this looks to me, and I'm just giving you my market analysis here, this looks to me like the riggers are really trying to regoose it, but they're getting overwhelmed by the selling that's pouring in now that the market's down. So they're going to have their work cut out for them. I think they'll try to goose them up again, but they're really struggling on this thing. These are not real buyers. This is not you and me and somebody going, yeah, buy at the market. Buy. This is the riggers, pure and simple, jamming this thing up with their stolen trillions of dollars that they stole during the so-called banker bailout of 2008. If you don't know the history of all this, stick with the room. Subscribe to Day Traders Action Live Room, and I'll go over the history with you. You can also email me, and I can explain it to you and send you some reports, not from me, not my theory, from the Government Accounting Office. Remember, the Federal Reserve is not an American company. The Government Accounting Office put out a report showing where the 17 trillion stolen dollars by the Federal Reserve was distributed. It was banks in Scotland and Sweden and American banks too. But why did they deserve a bailout? If they screwed up and don't know how to run a bank, or they're just so terrible managers, they screwed everything up, why do we have to give them billions of dollars to prevent them from going bankrupt? Do you see what I mean? That's what happened in 2008. Complete farce. All it was a cover up for them to steal $17 trillion and set up rigor offices preparing literally for where we are today. This was long ago. This was 2008. How long ago was that? 12 years ago. It's a whole story I can tell you about what happened. But you didn't know that, did you? You want to trade these markets, but you didn't know that there's the Federal Reserve that they force us to kind of bow to every 8 weeks or so with their FOMC meetings, and all the news gets all hyper. Ooh, the Fed's coming out today with an interest report. Like, these people just deserve to be blown out of the water, and they are. President Trump's going to get rid of them. The Federal Reserve's on its way out. And you see gold rallying here? Gee, 1647. It's been smoking higher for the last 2 days since we've been here in the room. Do you want to know one of the reasons? You want to see some of the proof, what I'm saying? Well, they have a new $100 bill. I'm going to show you this real quick because it's just trading too fast to trade. I did that one there. Just search it on Google. You can do this. I'll do it for you, though, because I know you like me to help you out. That's fine here. Let's open it up. There it is. New $100 bill. Gee, what a coincidence. It's got this divider in the middle. Federal Reserve note over here, which is the riggers, the Federal Reserve, which is slowly being dissolved and replaced here with showing the U.S. Treasury. And look at all this symbolic gold coloring in here and this and that. You can learn more about the dollar. It breaks it down on some of these things. They won't tell you the things I'm telling you. But take a look at the new dollar. That's because they're going to be backing it with gold. I told you I would help you understand this yesterday when we saw the gold exploding. I said something's going on. This is part of it here, is the release of this new $100 bill. And this is like, they're not going to tell you this here on the web. This is for all just the average people that read this and go, okay, this is this and that. Mohan's crazy. This isn't backed by gold. It's this and that. Well, they're just throwing out hints yet. They don't want people to flip out. Gold with backing up the dollar probably should be about $2,000 an ounce at least, if not more, in today's market. Hence, we're getting this very strong push on the golds. Just wanted to show you. You can look this up on your own time. Check out the new US dollar, gold backed, and gradually become more gold backed until people start finding out about how it's a gold backed instrument. Okay, I'm watching for a buy trade here. I think it's a little early. We're getting, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go long at the market right here. Going long at the market. Stay ready to jump out. This is a very dangerous market. Going long at the market. 82, looking for a move up to 92 for 10 points if we get it here. We're long at 82, 82 quarter on the call for the long move. Let's see if we can hold them up. It's a very dangerous market here. They might try to hit him again. The downside, I'm watching for a push higher. Stay ready to jump out anytime. Let's see if we can get a boost. Let's see if we can get him jamming on the upside. I'm looking ultimately for 94. Trying to get him up to, we're long at 82 area. They're hitting him again here. Again, very risky market. Let's see if they can lift him back up. Maybe not. I think they can. Looking for 82 quarters where we're long to jam up to 94. Possibly at least get him up to 90. If we get a hard, fast jam over 90, I want you to exit the trade. But I am trying to look and see if we can get a move up to 94. But stay ready to jump out. This is a very risky, high risk market. Don't take the trade if you don't like the high risk. Plain and simple. It's still moving very rapidly here. They should be able to boost them up here, but they're struggling with it right now. So we may have to jump out really quick. I'm trying to hold. It's a little creepy here because they're not really giving us the boost we wanted. Just hold on and let's see if we can get some power punch under this market and try to lift it up a little bit here. Trying to hold on with faith here to see if they can lift this thing up. They should be able to power punch it to the upside here. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get them to come in here and start giving it a little rocket ship blast on the upside. Ah, crap. Come on. It's really negative today. It's really a bearish tone market. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Long at 82. Looking for a power punch here. Where is it? I don't see it. Let's see if we can get them going here. Still holding on faithfully to try to get a power punch up to 90 or higher. Targeting 94 on the upside. Targeting a blast up to 94. Let's see if we can get it going here. Man, oh man, what a problem. I think we're going to get the blast on the upside. Just hang in there. Trying to get if we get a fast blast over 90, we can go ahead and exit, but I'm trying to hold out for 94. In a perfect world, we'll get a blast up to 94, 92 to 94, let's say. We got to get them going here, though. We need another power punch. Let's see if we can get a power punch up over 90 at least. Oh my God, this thing is so weak. Look at this, man. They're just not giving it to us here. Hold on one more time here. Let's see if you can give them one more chance to reverse and take them up here. I think we're going to get a possible move up now here. Let's see if we do. I hope so. Hold on here. Long at 82. Trying to get a power blast on the upside up towards 94. Let's see if they can light them up. We need a rocket ship to come out of the bottom of one of these candles and just smoke it up to the upside here. Hold on. Trying to give it one more chance to power lift up here. We may get stopped out. May get stopped out. It's not a big deal. One more chance to lift them up here. One more chance. Man, what a market, huh? One more chance to blast them up here. Where are the riggers when you need them, right? Come on, riggers. Get your asses in there and lift this thing up. Hey, sometimes the riggers are our friends, you know, for long, and we want them to goose the market. That's fine. Still giving them a chance to hold up here, trying to get 94 on a blast higher over 90. If they go straight up and blast through 92, get out. Let's give them a chance here. Let's see if we can get them going. Oh, come on. Oh, what a bunch of whipsaw mess today. Still holding long here. What a mess. Oh, come on. They're just killing the market today. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. This is a mess. Exit at the market.
Order filled.
Out for on the 10-point mental stop. Don't take the trade if you don't like the risk. This is very high risk market. So that was a live trade. 82 quarter out at on the low there. I said get out at the market, and they're down at 74. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Too risky today. I'm telling you right now, it's too risky. Minus 8.25 on that one. It's too bad. I mean, they really looked like they were going to take off. I really was thinking we were going to get a boost. You saw we were in profit a little on it. They're just struggling. They're struggling to get this thing going. Let me watch again here. Let's try again. Going long at the
Order
market.
filled.
Long at the market right there. Got them long at 79.50. 79.50 long. We might get stopped out again, but I'm giving them another chance to shoot up to 95 area, 94.95. Oh man. Here we go again. They're still not giving it to us. Damn it. Come on. I think it's going to come out of nowhere and just blast to the upside, but they're just not giving it to us here. Give it a chance here. Be patient. Don't take these trades if you're just watching in the room today because you're a guest. And if you're in the regular members of the room, do not take these trades unless you know you can handle the risk and tolerate it. This is so risky. I'm looking for him to come out of nowhere and blast this thing up to 95. What a concept, huh? 95. Trying to get him up to 94, 94 quarter, 95, somewhere up there. Trying to get a blast up towards 94 or higher. Let's see if they can light him up. Long at 79.50. Let's give him a chance here. 94. Trying to get him up to 94.
Target filled.
And there we go up there. Exit at the market right there at 93, 94, 93.50. You know me, it's close enough for rock and roll. So we got him out at 93 on that move there. Jeez. That'll put some, sweat on your veins. Long at 79. And we got him out at 93 on that run up. Those who are in the room, now keep in mind, oh, they didn't hit 94, Mohan. Give me a break. Did you see that there's 94 now, but did you see the speed jump? I said if they blast up over 92, get them out. They blasted straight up to 93.50. I'm not going to sit there in a market like this and wait for the exact tick. That's not the way you trade. We never trade that way in the room anyway. We look for areas, 94 area. So if you see the market blast up to 93, gee, what do? Stomp on your exit button here. You have a chart trader or a dome or whatever, just stomp on the exit, the flatten button. So we got long at 79, out at 93. So that's 14 points, plus 14 points, done on a live trade right in front of your eyes. So on the first trade, or the one we just did, we lost 8.25. So everything's very meticulous here in the room. 14 gain on this trade. 14 minus 8.25. That puts us up plus 575. Now our normal target every day, as is stated on the briefing that you got today, we're looking for 8 to 12 points. That's our normal parameter. For 8 to 12 points usually. Okay, watching to see if we can get a slightly higher move than we might take a short trade. Just depends. So far, kind of a weak deal here. Maybe a little higher to go. Okay, stay ready to go short anytime. And going short
Order
at the market
filled.
right here. Short at the market, 94, 93.50. Short at 93.50 to 94. They may want to try to push them up a little bit more here, but let's see if we can break 90 down. Let's see if we can get that price down under 90 here. Smoke them down under 90 with the goal of running them, possibly hitting them down under 90 all the way down to 82. Possible. Let's see if we can get 80 to smoke down and slam. Let's see if they can slam this thing down under 80, and any fast move down to or under 90, any fast move down to 85 or lower, I want you to clip the trade. I'm targeting 82. If they can break them down under 90, I'm targeting a move to 82. But any fast move down under 85, I want you to exit the trade. Okay, hold short. We got a little bit, this is a very high risk market. You should not be trading this market unless you're experienced in the room and you can handle the risk. This is very risky stuff here. Okay, they're kind of jamming them up here again, unfortunately. Okay, game's being played here. Riggers coming in trying to smoke them up again. This should still fade lower, but unfortunately we're having to tolerate a little push against us here. We're short at 94. Oh, crap. Okay, go ahead and
Order
exit right
filled.
here at the market. Go ahead and exit. 0150. So 94 short out at 0150. They're playing games here. I thought we had the right setup. I think we got it now. I think we got it now. Let's go short at the
Order
market right here.
filled.
Short at the market. 0350, 03 quarter. So 03 quarter. We'll use the lower tick. 03 quarter short. You got to be fast. This is not some, you sit and think about the trade for an hour type of deal. A lot of rooms do that, and it just worthless. We're okay. They're still pushing it. I thought we might have hit a little peak there. Let's let's be patient. Let's see if they can back them off here. Stay ready to jump out. We're short at 03 quarter. Let's be a little patient here. See if they can break them back down. They are trying to re-goose them back up here. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can get them to back off here. This is a type of market where you're going to have lots of volatility with with this type of stuff. You're not going to hit the exact entry, and that's why we have to use wide stops. I don't like them any more than you do, but that's what we got to. Oh, come on. Okay, they're trying to jam it back up here. The riggers are trying to push it back up here. Hold on a second. 13 areas are 10-point mental stop. Let's see if they can back them off more here. This is ridiculous. They're just trying to re-goose them back up here. Unfortunately, let's give it a chance here. Maybe they'll roll back for us. These are high risk markets. I don't think anybody should be trading these. I'm just trading them because I'm getting the signals. We're trying to make the room work here, but it's just so damn risky right now. There's not much we can do. Still holding short here. Mental stop at 13. Not an exit stop, but a mental stop. Let's see if we can hold that and try to get them to possibly hold up for us here. Hold back the pressure. Let's see if we can get them to back off again here. There's still a chance they could back off for us. Let's see if they can knock them back down. We're short at 3 quarter. What a ride, huh? Let's see if we can back them off. I hope so. Maybe this selling's done for now. I mean, the buying's done here. They can hit them back to. I'm targeting a move, as you know, down to 90. But if they go down and break under 9,500 and they get them back down towards 95 or lower, I mean, we survived so far, but I don't know. They may goose them right back up here. Let's see. So far, it looks like there is a shift coming in. Let's see if these sellers can come back in and pound this thing back lower and get them down under the 9,500 handle again. I don't know. I think the riggers might start obsessing about the 9,500 handle again. I hope not, but they might, and that means they won't let it go break under that. But let's see if we can get them down under 9,500 and ideally make a quick smash down to 94, 95 or lower, targeting 90. But if they make a hard, fast drop under 9,500, and I mean fast, like a lightning bolt, and they take them down to 9,500 or lower, we're going to look to get out. But just I'll guide the trade here. Let's see if we can break 9,500. That's the first step. Breaking 9,500. We're back at our entry now. Let's see if we can break 9,500 and get them down under 9,500 and crack this thing down for us here. We're getting in a little bit of a support area possibly here. So they might stall them out right at the 95.02 area. If we can crack '02 and crack 9500, odds are we're going to get hit on the sell side again. Hopefully, they might try to re-goose them back up from here, though. It's hard to say. I'm going to try to opt for the breakdown, but let's see what we got here. Little patience here. Let's see if they can hit them. Let's see if they can hit them lower, back under 9,500. And we're looking, our targets could be down around 90 to 95. They might push them back up again here. So stay ready to jump out here. Trying to give it a chance to break down. A lot of selling pressure today, so maybe we'll get lucky. Got to get 95.02 out of the way, and 9,500 is the key number, obviously, to see if they want to test back under that. Support didn't bounce back that much, but they might come in and try to really reduce the support at 92. So it's kind of a challenge here. Kind of a challenge. I'm trying to hold with the idea that they can break them down. We're going to take some risk here. Stay ready to jump out. Ah, crap. They're still kind of pushing a little. I still think they can break, but anything could happen, really. Still looks like they're trying to push that support dip there. Let's give it a chance, see if it can all of a sudden break. Maybe not. We're going to have to get out with a 10-point loss. Just funny how you have an open house and you get these crazy kind of days coming in. That's just Murphy's Law on a bigger scale picture, you know? Oh, we decide to have an open house for 2 days and the market goes absolutely bat crazy, you know? What can you do? Anyway, we're holding short. Let's see if we can break this thing down. Still a good chance they could break them down, but it's kind of in the middle. They could break them down or try to ramp them back up again. I'm trying to opt for the breakdown. Let's see if we can get 9,500 out of the way, rock solid, and then bash it down. And if they do, watch out for a break now under 95. If they break it down, they might keep trying to play games and support it here. The riggers are obsessed with 9,500 now. We break it, and like I said, a fast run under 95. If they go straight down under 9,500 and smash them down to 95 or lower, get out of the trade. So far, they're trying to break them down, but you can see the obsession of the riggers here with 9,500. They don't want to let it go, so we may have a little problem with this trade. Stay ready to jump out. I'm trying to time it right. I think they're going to try to re-goose them here, but unfortunately, exit it. Let's go ahead, exit
Order
right here.
filled.
They tried to break it, and we didn't get out. I couldn't get out. I mean, they didn't give us what we wanted. So we got out at '08 for minus 475 on that trade. So it's becoming a little bit of a fiasco here today, and we really probably shouldn't be trading this, but this is just the game that they're playing here. Watching for the next short, and stay ready, and going short right
Order
here at the
filled.
market, going short at the market. 10 quarter, 10.50, 10 quarter. So we're short at 10 quarter on a short, and we're watching for a pullback now back under 9,500 to go down, targeting 94.97. Okay, we're short at 10 quarter, and we're targeting a move potentially to go down and test the 9,500 handle again, break it by a couple points, and in a perfect world they'll stop pushing them higher, but they might keep pushing them higher here. They might jam it up some more. This is a really weird whipsaw kind of day. So let's see if they can back them off. and get them going lower for us. Back under 9505 is going to be a key number, 4 to 5 zone. And then if they approach 9500 again, we have to be cautious of the riggers coming in, trying to play games, propping it up again. And even at this level, we got to be a little bit careful here to see that they continue to break it down. I got sell signals coming in. Let's see if we can get those working and get this market to start losing ground here a little bit. Still playing games. They're still trying to prop it up here. Eventually that's what happens is they'll try to re-goose the market back up as much as they can. That's kind of the phase they're in right now. It looks like Dow down 244. Yeah, hold on here. They're still kind of propping it up. I think we should get a sell break pretty soon. Hopefully, they'll start lowering the boom on this thing. Don't trade these markets today. They're too volatile. I can tell you right now. I'm going to trade them because we have our records that we build and all that stuff, and I don't recommend it. It's too damn volatile. It's hard to say. Somebody can come in and goose them, and then all of a sudden they crash. It's just a real. I've got sell signals here, so I'm just following my sell signals. Let's see if they can break it down, or we're gonna get stopped out. Looking for a breakdown. Back under key is an 8 to 9 to start. Back under 8 to 9, we watch the 4 to 5 zone on the downside. We still don't have 8 to 9 under our fist yet here. I think we're getting close to maybe moving them lower at this point here. So let's see if we can move them lower. Get them under 8, hold them under 8, and then crack them down, ideally down to the 4 to 5 zone, holding under 8. We still don't have 8 or lower holdings, so let's see if we can gradually get that going. The chart pattern's forming for a lower move. It's just a matter of if the riggers, how desperate they are to try to keep propping it up, or if they're going to let it go here. Little hard to say. Chart pattern wise and everything, though, they should slowly start to slow grind them down lower here. Again, these 2 days in the room, these are not representative of our room at all. They'll slow down again, but right now everything's really hyper. All these things are coming up. The gold rally, the virus thing that's going worldwide, and the riggers on steroids trying to prop up their hyped up market here. And the rug was getting pulled out, and now they don't like it if they don't let the rug get pulled out. It gets pulled out from overwhelming selling, so now they're kind of running a goose job here again, back on the upside. So let's see if we can break it down. Still giving it a second here to break them down. They should be able to break down. I'm a little surprised they're even up here again, but I think they should be willing pretty soon to start pulling back some more here. We'll get them back lower, ideally under that, holding under 08. It's going to help our case for a stronger drop. And like I said, our target is 97, breaking under the 9500 handle again. Let's see if we can get it together. Break them down. We're short at 10 quarter. Just have fun watching today and see what happens. It's like yesterday. It was absolute manic market. We ended up making 10 points after all the hurricane we traded through the whole hurricane and had our biggest trade was a 19-point gain, and the whole thing was crazy. But we ended up making 10 points after all the smoke cleared, and I imagine we will today too. But don't trade these markets. This is just something better left to people with a lot of money who can trade them and go in there and know what to do. But just watch and be entertained by it. Let's see what happens here. Trying to break them down under 8. There's 8 coming in now. Let's see if we can smoke them down. Take them back to test 9,500. If they can go back and test the 9,500 handle, my target is very specific, which is 97.50. But let's see. I mean, not I'm not holding out for that. I just want to see if they can take them back down under 04, and we start getting some more selling pressure under 04 and smoking them down under 04 and then cracking 04 down to the 9,500 handle. If we get them back to 9,500, I'm not saying they're going to break 9,500, but I think they will, and we'll get that 97.50. I'm going to give them a chance to crack 9,500 handle here and give us that 97.50. We got to give it a chance just to see if they can go down there and smoke it down. They might ramp them back up to 95.10, but don't be disappointed. I mean, I will be, but it's just the nature of the beast here. Let's see if they can take them down, hold them under 94.04, and crack the 9,500 handle and give us a quick swoosh down to 97.5. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But we're getting they're forcing the market back into a sell pattern here. The riggers are either going to protest that and come in and attack the market back on the upside, or it's going to break in this new sell pattern a little bit harder, right down to that 98 or lower area that I'm targeting. If the sell pattern catches fire, they will take them down to that 98 area. But right now, it's just a question if the riggers are going to get a bad case of sour grapes and try to re-goose the thing back up again. Very possible. But holding under 4 opens up the door for that dip down under 98. Okay, here's 4 again. So let's see if we can crack 4, dip them down to 9,500, and on any move under 98, we want to get out. 97.50 is a target, but just if they dip them down under, here we go, anything under 98, just get them out. Let's see if they break here. I suppose I should be getting out at 9,500. Let's go ahead and get out. It's only a couple points. Let's get out at 95.01 or lower. I think they're going to 98, but let's get them out at 95.01 because the way that look at the games being played here. Who needs them to go back to 10? That's a bunch of BS. And they might pull that now. Looking back, I should have got out, but watch, get them out at 95.01 or lower. Here we go. Boom. There it is. 1/4 was the low. That's Murphy's Law. Let's try it again. Oh, can you believe this Murphy idiot? He's always in these markets. 95. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got it. 95.01. Exact low. Oh no, 1.25. See, that's. I said get him out at 95.01. We'll try again here, but they went 1.25. You should have got out there just on fast market action. I mean, what can I say? In this market, a tick is like, it's nothing. It's like a subatomic principle of an atom. So I'm going to say that we're out. Most of our subscribers would have taken that as a cue. You can't use exact numbers in these markets. 95.01, I said, or lower, get them out. They went 1.25. So, we can sit here and try to wait for another dip down there, which I think could happen, but I'm going to say that we got out. We'll say 02. So that's plus 8.25. Who cares? The idea was right. And, you shouldn't be trading. They're just watching. The idea that they went down there is a good thing. Trading for 94.0150. So that was 6 minus 750. It's just a big mess today. What they're going to do with this market now, a little bit hard to say. So let's see what we can do. Trade number 7, 8, 9. Let's see what we can do here. We're still going to be trading, but I don't want you to take these trades. This is very strange market action for sure. It's just
Order
the way
filled.
everything's going is very, um, very strange. They're trying to re-goose it here, and you can see right from that 9501, 9500 half, the riggers. There's the proof of the riggers. They're coming right back in, right at that 9500, right at that blue line exactly, and then they launch a rocket ship straight back up. I mean, it's really ridiculous, but that's what they're doing. So let's see what we got here. Okay, stay ready here. Stay ready for another short. And going short,
Order
short
filled.
here at the market. Going short at the market. 13 quarter, 13.50, 13 even. So we'll use 13 quarter as our entry. I always call out a couple of ticks when we're trading. Um, let's see if we can break the thing down. Now, I've got a short signal here. So we're just going to watch and see if they can start breaking them down. Targeting, let's see, 13.8. Targeting 03. In a perfect world, we'll get them down to 03. I think they can go lower, but for right now, let's just target 03 on this sell signal here. Let's see if the sell signal can kick in right in here. We got to see them start moving lower, getting back under 10, and then breaking 10 down. Hopefully, if they start getting all bouncy and goosey again, it means the riggers are probably coming in and trying to take advantage of jamming the market up here. I think we're gonna get them to stop in this area, start backing off. That's what my signals are telling me. Let's hope so here. Get them back under 9, 8 to 9, same number as before, 8 to 9, holding under 8 gives us that potential for them to try to go down and work the 9500 handle again. If we can get them back under 8, because the mood is very bearish here. So let's see if we can get them back under 8. And then if under 8, if you get a hard fast dive under 5, hard fast dive holding under 8, and a fast hard dive under 4 to 5 in the 4 to 5 zone, we can get out there. I think they're going to 3, but watch for if they hold under 8 and they make a hard fast dive down to 05 or lower, we'll go ahead and exit the trade. Although I think they're going down to 3 again. Watch for them to hold under 8 and make a stab down under 5. We'll go ahead and clip the trade down there. We'll clip it means exit. Means hit your button, stomp on your close, flatten button, whatever. Just get out of the trade, get out all positions and stops and everything. Holding under 8, and then a fast dive under 5 will get out. Here it comes. We just missed it. Just missed it. Right there. Get him out under 5, 5 half, whatever. There's 5. Okay.
Order
Boom.
filled.
Okay, so we're out at 5. 05, 13 quarter short. That's plus 8 and a quarter. And like I said, 3 was the target, but the way the price action was going, I wasn't in the mood to wait for it. Now it's coming in. Maybe they'll break the 9,500 handle again. That's a big whatever. It's starting to look like a possible buy here. Let's go ahead and buy them
Order
at the
filled.
market. Going long at the market right here, 95.03, 90, 275, 250. So I got 3 and 275. So we're long at 275. 275 long plus, let's see, long at, uh-oh, long at 275. Oh, they're challenging us again here. Long at 275 and looking for a move back up to 10. That's right. Long at 275. Looking for a move back to 10. They're challenging this 9,500 handle. Let's see if they can come in and try to repop them back up. 275 long, looking for a move to 10. 95.0275. Oh boy, they're hitting them. Back into that 9,500. Let's see if they can rescue 9,500 here. Otherwise, they're going to have to maybe get out here. Very hard to pick the exact entry in this type of market. Man, they're flying all over the place. Hold on, stay ready to jump out. They're they're cranking the lower side again, which is not a surprise, but I had a buy signal, so I took it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Anyway, too bad. Too bad. You're breaking my heart, Mr. Market. Why can't you goose them back up? Anyway, I had a buy signal, but they got away. I think it's still possible they could flip them back up, but it would take an act of extreme rigoritis. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. Let's see if they can do it. We got them back in a sell pattern here. I think they can possibly pull them back up here. So I'm going to try to hold. Let's see if we get them back up over 9,500. If they start supporting 9,500 again, then we should be okay. We're long at 275. Oh, how do you like that? Okay, so far so good. We're long at 275, looking for move up to 95.10. Long at 275, looking for a move up to 95.10. Come on, riggers, light them up. You know you want to goose them back up, so you might as well just get busy and do it here. 95.10 is the target, long at 275. We got rescued. Thank goodness for that. That's why you have to hold wide stops in this market. Just the way it is, gang. Nothing we can do about it. Let's see if we can get them up to 10. Trying to ramp them up to 10 here. Oh, I should have probably got out there, but I'm going to try to hold. One more punch, one more punch. Get them out above 9. Right there. Okay, there's 10. Right when I said that, they hit 10. So I said get them out above 9, and as soon as I said that, they hit 10. So long at 0275, out at 10. These are all being recorded, by the way. These are live, real trades that I'm doing. I'm not recommending you take them because it's very risky, but at least you get the idea of coming in the room is you get to see my skill in trading, and that's what counts. So that was plus 7. We're long at 275, so that's like 3 to 10 is 7, plus 7.25 on that deal. Some of the regular room members may be handpicking a few trades or doing them all. It's up to you, but just don't get mad at me if the whole thing goes haywire. You know, this is like extremely risky trading action here. I'm not going to trade all day. What do we got? 8:30 my time. Maybe we'll do up to 14 trades. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 more. We do a lot of trades in the day traders action room. Not always. I don't try to, but if the markets are moving and we have a little drawdown or whatever, yeah, I'm going to try to, you know, we're going to trade them. Okay, let me do some totaling here. We had a test trade was number one. That doesn't count. That was purely a test trade. So okay, so okay, looks like we're done trading. And you can see in this hyper speed, I'm not only calculating the exact trades, which is the bread and butter thing, is getting the trade right and getting in the trade and getting it to hold our 10-point mental stop and all that stuff. But I'm also writing all this down and keeping the calculate. We're absolutely done trading. We're up 17 and a quarter. We had here the first one was a test trade, trade number one. It got 10 points, but that was just a test. Remember that 19? I said they should drop off here 19, and then I start officially calling them on trade number 2 through 8. Trade number 2, minus 8 and a quarter. We were long at 82, quarter out at 74. Next trade was long at 79. We had 575 or no 14 points. We took a long trade near that bottom at 79. And we traded them up to 93. This is under 9,500 handle. Yow. 14 points. Next trade, I'll just give you the amounts. They're all recorded, so you have the recording. 94, well, I'll tell you. 94 short, 01 half, minus 750. I'll go over these again. I'll just give you the trades. 3 and a quarter short, 03, the 95.03. And out at 8, 4.75 loss. Then trade number 6, 10 and a quarter short, out at 02, 8 and a quarter. Trade number 7, 13 and a quarter short, out at 05, plus 8 and a quarter. In the last trade, 02, 75 long, and thank God they rescued us down there. It's getting a little hairy. They took them down to the low, and that deal was 95. But our mental stop is 10 points in these markets. Hard 12-point airbag stop. You got to use them. You got to be able to afford trading. This is not for your people with $2,000 in their account. It's, you know, people try to tell you can do that. It's a lie. You got to have a lot of money to trade. You got to be a professional. You know how to stick with it. And I'll show you why in a second. Then the last trade, yeah, 275 out of 10, which you saw live. They're not 20, but that's a big whatever. Just whipsaw market. 7 and a quarter. So the total of the losses, 8.25 plus 7.50 plus 4.70, you with me, is 2050. Okay, here's the gains. 14 points plus 8.25 plus 8.25 plus 7.25. That was the last trade. 38 quarter. Let me do that again. Just make sure I'm getting 14 plus 8 hold on a second here. 14 plus 8.25 8.25 plus 7.25 37.75. I had it right the first time. So 37.75 in gains minus 20.50 in loss is 17 and a quarter gain. We're done trading, obviously. I mean, I can keep doing this, shooting fish in a barrel, but that's not really the purpose of our room. And just, I can say, oh, we're demonstrating my ability and skill in trading here and all that, and that's fine, but I don't need to, do the dog and pony show all day here. It's Friday. We got to go party, right? It's time to party a little bit. But we'll have a Q&A session and go over everything with you. Here's where the rubber meets the road. 17 point quarter, 17.25 times $20 is plus $345 per contract. Well, you got 9 trades, so we measure that at $4.50 per trade. So 9 times $4.50 is $40.50 or $41 commission. $345 minus 345 minus 41 is 304 net per contract after commission today on the trades that I called out exactly. If you got the exact same fills that I ended up recording as our key number. Odds are you didn't because they were moving so damn fast. But if you even if you had half of that, you took all the trades and you only got half that, which is not going to be that far off. Maybe say you only got $200, you're still going to have an $800 day. But 304 times 4 contracts, which is how we always measure it, is 1216, $1,216. This is how you make money in day trading futures. There's no easy way where you're going to sit there every day and get one move and it's going to give you 12 points. I mean, it's going to happen. It happens in our room all the time, but it's going to be, you're not going to see that. It's a fantasy if you think that's what's going to happen. This is how real trading works, especially if you're going to trade in a market like today. Most people who don't know as much as I do about trading or not don't have the skill and ability to manage these type of trades. I got a short signal right here, by the way, right in this area, 26. That's a little bit new of a trade. Um, it's a new upside market, but it's very choppy. And I'm getting the signals, so I'm going to hand them to you. 26. It's just, we're just going to watch it here. Let's see what happens here. So just under this 26, what is that? 28. I don't want to remark the chart here, but 26, and then looking for a move down to probably 18 to 19 here. So let's see what happens. 26 short, moving down to 18 to 19 zone. Let's see how and if fast they can get them going down there, or if they're going to hang them up a little longer and kind of play games a little more with us. Not a problem. We got the rest of our lives to trade. We got all day for this one, right? I'm just kidding. Let's see what happens here. Let me mark this on my chart so I can make sure and notice. 26 and targeting. I'll put 18 and half. What the heck? Okay, so 26 from a signal. I just got a signal, so I thought I'd throw it out to you here. 26 moving down to 18 to 19 zone. So 1216. Now on the crude oil, we had 5 trades from earlier. I think this was the last one we did. They crossed over here. you can see what's happening here. You have a crossover. While you get the signal, here's the sell signal. Are the dynamic trend bands or price pressure bands open? Yes. And the dynamic trend bands will always override that. So the dynamic trend bands were within 2 ticks. See if you quickly put your cursor up here and you go 28, 29. There's 1 tick spread there. So you might have shorted this right here. If not, they dropped off substantially. And the modification rule says you wouldn't trade at the bottom of this fat channel. If you turn your head to the left, you can see the wide belly here. You wouldn't take a short here. What you would do is get a discount by trying to get a move into the center of the fat channel, which is right around here. And usually it ends up being, as a default, right on the cobra line, which is this dotted line. That's called, I call that the cobra because it changes skin color all the time. See, a little green here. So we'll say the short here would have been right at the cobra on a default at 15. And yeah, they pushed it up a little bit here to 15, but it didn't, you know, wasn't anywhere near our 13 tick stop, and 15 came down. So that's the, I don't have to redo all the trades we did earlier. That's the sixth winning trade, and it keeps running. We don't, like I said, could care less about um, the big move. That's not of interest to us. So then you get a whipsaw jam to the upside. The price pressure band's open. This is not really a very good setup because notice how it's all spike and then pull back. You got successive lower things here. The price pressure bands are really kind of convoluted because although they're pointing up in some sense because of the prices dipping down, not this is a classic boomerang type trade here where you get 3 successive moves higher, pull back. Like if you take a picture of that, you can put it on your desk. That's what we're ultimately looking for, following the rules exactly. This does not show that. This shows a convoluted picture here. So I'm going to say this trade, even though we had the crossover and the matching, the way this one would have worked, it was for here. We have another one coming up, I just noticed. This one would have just been left alone. Here, same thing. They immediately whip back to the downside. You have matching dynamic trend bands, but look how flat everything is. You have to recognize, how the markets work and everything. So it's really, there's no trade here. But then notice how they flip right back up. The price pressure bands open. Now, because you have the dynamic trend bands crossed over here too on the upside. But notice how they come back up here. Now they're matching color. After you get a new buy signal on this candle, the pullback comes in right here at 94, and 94 goes up to 08. So right in here, right here to right here, there's your 10 ticks. So far, 7 winning trades on crude oil. I'm wrapping up the books for the day because we're going to get out of Dodge. There's our. Shall I add it on there? Yeah, I'll just put it on. I'll just call it an extra trade. I gave you the signal up here at, I marked it on my chart. It was 26. Remember right below this red line? It was 26. You remember I told you 26. I know because you're paying attention to everything I'm doing. You should by now. You see me trade this, make a huge gain today and Boomerang produced 7 winning trades on crude oil. It's additional 700. All this is being recorded. This is not BS. If you're thinking it's BS, you're BS because you're not paying attention. You want it to be something that you want other than what it is. This market is acting the way it's acting. It's not acting this way because we don't want it to do it like this. This is how it's going, right? I called them out at 26. I said, I'm giving a short signal. We're done trading, but let me give you this additional short signal. And I said the target's going to be 1850. Breaking down 19 to 18, so 1850 right here. So 26 to 1850 is an additional 26 point minus 1850 is an additional 750 on these trades. See what I mean? And I'm a nice guy. I'm not saying you're BS. I'm just saying, I'm just talking real with you. This is a cage fight. You come to these markets, you got to really be strong. Got to be very strong to deal with these and know how to deal with them. You've seen the proof that I know how to deal with them. But these are markets that have to be handled properly, and you have to have the right tools and the right systems. A lot of people think, oh, this is going to keep going up. They think that. It's just their guess. I call it a guess. I have an exact system that told me to short 26 right up here almost at the exact high of this move. How did I know that? How did I know this would happen? See, when you become a real trader in the day traders action room and you learn to duplicate my trades, you're going to do very, very well. That 750 alone is a day's trading for us. 750 times 20 bucks is $150 minus 5 for commission. $145 times 4, that added an extra 580 $580 to today's gains. If you add that in, see, I got this new recording system now, and that's what's great because I record everything and you see it all live and you can play it back and go over the tape and you see I'm not making this up or anything. That adds an extra $580 to our 1,216 we already achieved according to the exact signals that I gave in with all the losses and gains. So 1216 plus 580 actually nets 1796, right under $1,800. See, now that's a paycheck. Now we don't necessarily strive for that every day, but on some days like today, because of the extraordinary markets, the extraordinary markets, the whipsaw, the volatility. See, if the riggers just jack the markets up and they jack it up and jack it up and keep pushing it, and they don't let it pull back, there's nothing you can do. You know, if you're trying to short those pivot points, you're going to have some losses that are going to maybe build up, and then I go back in and make it back when they finally let it go and there's some volatility. But on days like today where it's wild, wonderful volatility on the upside and the downside, that's a good rare market. It's not rigger controlled. The riggers are whacked out today. They can't control this thing. Look at this. Blasting them from that blue line where they goosed them up right to the blue line. They put in the opening range here. This is our opening range. We've been below it all day, so it hasn't become a topic of discussion. But this is the opening range right here. These two thick white lines and this red line. And if you join the room today for next week's action, and we'll finish up today just like in a regular room by going over the calendar for next week. We always do that. But if you can join the Day Traders Action Room right now, then I'll invite you back on any future seminars and things that we have. Glad to do that. But you got to join the room because I really want to only work with serious people. I've been in this business a long time, and I know how many looky-loos there are and people who are absolutely terrified to trade, but for some reason, go figure, you know, sit them down on the couch. They lurk around trading rooms, especially free trading deals like today. Who knows why? I have no idea. They lurk around the trading rooms. Many have blown out 2 or 3 accounts, and it's like they were punished by the markets, so they have some obsession with. I'm just working. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being a friend here and telling you the psychology of these traders. A lot of them are completely nuts. Most of them are intelligent, mature people like we are here in the Day Traders Action Room, and they gravitate towards our room because they realize I really, really, really want to be a professional futures trader, and they realize this is what it's going to take, what I'm showing you right now. That 26 call that just dropped off the the cliff. How are you going to find somebody like that? But look what we did here today. They hit him again and smashed to the downside, took out this low of yesterday, smashed it down lower all the way. We marked this red dot here, and we'll have these now in the months and weeks ahead and days. And this blue line, which marked, again, that's just marked the 9,500 level, which you can see they've been obsessing over all day ever since they got hit down here. The riggers have been obsessing over it. Look at how they just whammo jammed this thing up here, goosed it back down, and took out this low line here. Wow, I'm going to pull this down. I'm just noticing this myself. I'm going to pull this down right there, lock it down here, and look at it. See the obsession with this 9,500. They go, we can't let the 9,500 handle go. Oh my God, oh my God. This is not what I wanted to show you. That's my YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to if you want. I mean, that's where you can learn all about. Go on the YouTube channel. There's 60 some videos on there. And you can learn all about the Day Traders Action Room and what I do. And I'll have these videos posted also on YouTube. You can watch those. So right now, what I'd like you to do, you've been in the room, we're going to do the wrap up here. There's a lot more left to wrap up, but in terms of I'm going to go over the calendar for next week, what's on the agenda for that. But go to the daytradersaction.com and then under Trade Live with Mohan, right here, you'll get this page. Then what I want you to do is scroll down. This is what you're going to be doing every day with us. Going to work like today. I've only been trading for an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half. Let's see, 8:30, so hour and a half plus 10, hour and 40 minutes. And we made a whopping huge day today on live called out trades that I have all recorded so you can see the proof. And you can doubt it in your own mind, but that's the proof is there on the recording. The doubt in your mind, that's another issue. And again, we'll help you with those issues as well, because I know most traders have them. Um, but you can just scroll down under the picture, and you can see your first 2 weeks. It's just 39. Just click here, and let's see what this brings up. Voila, PayPal. See, I don't fool around. I don't have time to do accounting. I don't run a big company with people answering the phone that are paid salespeople to try to sell you on a higher package. And well, you get that course right now, $5,000 course. You're going to be on the way to making millions. They lie, and I mean, it's just unbelievable. No, you're not, because the guy who wrote the course doesn't even trade. He can't show you a picture like I can of me talking to 325 traders, including 20 brokers and over a dozen floor traders who flew in from around the world. We had a Russian trader there, came up and was talking to me. We're doing live trades at one seminar. This Russian trader was there, and he was doing 80 contracts on my signals live that we were doing at the seminar. 80 contracts. I had another guy who told me he was doing 150. I'm telling you, big people come and follow our services. They're still around. So you go to PayPal. They manage the subscriptions. You get a PayPal subscription. It's on your PayPal account, and you can manage it. You can sign off, which I really don't want you to sign up unless you're going to stay on at least 2, 3, 4 months and become a real trader and really learn with us. But you can start for 2 weeks for only $39. And then with that, um, you can follow what we're doing here today. You can see us do this every day. Get in the action Monday through Thursday, and I'll go over in a minute what the exceptions to that are. So please do that right now. Go to daytradersaction.com, trade live with Mo, and just scroll down under the picture where you see the red ink here. Click here to subscribe now. Sign up, and we'll see you in the action on Monday. So I'm going to leave this up here for a minute so you know exactly where to go. Daytradersaction.com under Live with Mohan, and just scroll down there. So let me bring up a web browser here. So what we're going to do next, and I do this all the time, sometimes a couple times a week just to keep us on track, the economic calendar. Now this link is on your daily briefing. I'm using a slightly different one here, which is the same company, but it's put out by the Investors Business Daily. But you have the link for each day of the thing. But if you want to look ahead, you're going to have to go to IBDs for this, or just if you're a member of the room, we'll go over this every week, so you'll know. So here's the economic calendar, and it shows here. This is today, Friday, and these are all the U.S. reports that come out. And there's no FOMC meeting, but it'll show if certain Fed governors. Either there's minutes came out on Tuesday. They announced some minutes, but that's usually not a big deal anymore. And like I said, President Trump's going to get rid of the Federal Reserve, and it's just a matter of time of taking those people apart. I showed you the new dollar. It's gold backed. This isn't just President Trump. Oh, if he's not in office, it won't happen. No, it's a huge underlying force by the patriots to repatriate. There's a root word of that is patriot. Repatriate the entire financial system, which is a mess, run by criminals, crooks, and riggers who are just stealing money left and right. You know the Joe Biden incident over in Ukraine? Multiply that Obama's got his finger in all these things. All these crooks, thousands of crooks, are doing similar deals. How Joe Biden's got his kid in there. Nancy Pelosi's kid worked on the same Russian company, and there was a Ukraine company part of that, and had their own deal with another. These people are unbelievable. It just got whacked out of control ever since George Bush Senior was in office. That was the chief globalist, and he was the one pushing it. Remember, read my lips. If you can remember back that far, I've seen 9 presidents, so I remember that clearly. And he got voted out right away. Nobody liked him, but the point is that that's when the nightmare started, and the Jeffrey Epstein compromising of politicians was all started by George Bush Sr. He was the master of that. He's the one who started that, and it just developed from there. It just got insane, and Bill Clinton took it and ran to the moon with it. And you know the guy who's most frequently visited Jeffrey Epstein's island, and so you got these kind of creepy people um, who've taken over the financial system, everything. They've bankrupted America, and so now President Trump's trying to bring back a lot of money and capital and good things into the market. I don't know if he can stave off the bankruptcy, but the first step is changing out of this dollar and gold backing. And I've known all this stuff for 30, 40 years. I've been researching it, but I promised you yesterday I would look into this dollar thing and why that's happening. And that's the reason the dollar right now is getting smoked higher, because it's, the new $100 bill shows it. And I showed you that earlier. You can look into that further if you want. But next week, we got a regular Monday through Thursday session, and I got to make sure and leave early. This time next Thursday should be fine. It should work out fine. Not a concern. I've just got to go somewhere that's far away on that day, but we'll get the regular trading Monday through Thursday. I don't see any FOMC meetings coming up or anything. So what we can do is, let's see here. Yeah, it's just going to be a regular week next week coming into the end of the month. And this is where we check for FOMC meetings or anything that could come up. At least for a while, I hope we're done with these endless testimonies that the communist opposition party kept imposing on us. We lost a lot of trading days because the communists kept imposing these, fake impeachment testimony days and all that. Thank God that's over. So, reason to celebrate. We can get back into real trading here and have some fun. We did it fantastic, but I got to admit, January or this month here, February was a difficult month, but we're getting through it very nicely. We got another week next week, and like I said, if you can join our room, you'll be able to participate with it, make the cash. Plan on spending some time, at least plan on being in the room for 3 to 6 months or longer. Many of our members have been in the room for over a year and a half, 2 years. This is their home. They come in here and we're going to make some money trading. But again, just go to Day Traders Action, scroll down, click on there, and get ready for action. We're going to have this same kind of action every day in the room, and we'll have a big winning month this month, and we'll just continue the roll that we're on. So now I'll go to your questions. We did the we. I'm just doing my checklist here. We it's a pretty big checklist. We showed you what's happening next week, regular Monday through Thursday next week. So sign up now, and you'll be ready for Monday. And like I said, we'll train you. First couple days, just watch because we'll have to see how Monday is. Now they're slowing down a little, which is kind of good. Uh, but we'll see what the action looks like on Monday. We do like we did today. We run the tests, get a feel for what's going on, and then if it turns out that we kind of get nice swings, it's not all one-sided jamming to the upside. See, the riggers keep trying to come back, but they're getting hit, and the Dow's down 175. So they're trying to reduce the damage, but today we'll just see how it ends up. So for right now, that's what we've got as far as next week goes. Had a whopper day. If you count that last extra trade there that I called out at 26 short at 1,796 on 4 contracts, $700 on the crude oil. Let's see what that is. 710 tick winning trade signals. This has been going on for 2.5 years. I've been tracking these, so they're not like a surprise, 700 minus 7 times 450. We use the same amount of commish to measure the crude oil. $32, 31.50 rounded up. So 700 minus 32, 668 on the crude oil signals today. And we trade crude oil about from this time maybe about another hour, and we usually don't go beyond that. We start at 5:45, so if you can trade in the room, but if you're going to trade and you want to trade all those hours, or indeed with crude oil around the clock, then you need to own my Boomerang Day Trader software and use eSignal to power it, and your charts will look just like mine in the room, and you can go in and make that. So when you're in the room, you watch every day. We'll do the crude oil recaps. And I do have a really top expert broker right now who's auto trading crude oil for clients, and he's doing a really incredible job. Now he's a little more conservative, but he's going to go in there and take a good majority of these boomerang signals there. So if you're interested in that, just email me at mohan@daytradersaction. I'll put that up here right now, my email, or if you have any other questions, but I'll go over your questions that might have popped up today in a minute here. Let me get this up. Okay, hold on here. But yeah, if you're interested in auto crude oil trading, you'd open an account with Dorman Trading, one of the largest, most respected firms in the futures industry. You can open a small account, and on auto trade for Okay. So if you have any questions on this, you'd like more information, I can put you in touch with the broker. And you know, if you want a small account, you can get a small account. They can auto trade it for you. Very low commissions, which are included. You'd have to be a member of the auto trade server, which is the same as a day trader's action room. It's 149 bucks a month, but they make money just about every day. It's steady as a rock. So we got NQ counting that last trade, 1,796, CL $668 today, and that's just based on one contract. The NQ is always based on 4 contracts. That's just the way we run our track record. 1796 plus 668, a whopping $2,467 on our exact signals, because I sell trade signals. That's what we do in the room here. Boomerang provides the trade signals for crude oil. I don't call those out. I teach you the exact method, and I showed you where you can get the written method down writing, and you can get a video that shows you exactly what I'm showing you here in the room. This is your chance to step up and learn how to trade a professional, one of the top systems in the world, if not the top. I don't know of any system in history that's ever produced 90% steady daily winning trade signals like I showed you today. I showed you the exact signals. I've never heard of one, never seen one. Who knows? Maybe there's one out there, but I've never heard of it. This is what we have for you here. It's a free bonus feature in the Day Traders Action Live room. I could charge $200 a month and show the charts and train people and show them the signals, and they could just come in and trade off my charts for $200 a month. It'd be worth it, because at 5 to 10 signals a day, that's 500 to 1,000 bucks per contract. We have, or still have, I'm not sure, still we had one guy's doing 10 contracts every day on crude oil. You know, that's an $8,000 to $10,000 paycheck, $5,000 to $10,000 paycheck every day. It's possible with our services if you just know what you're doing and follow the steps that I give you. I will help you learn that. But if you're just so full of doubt and problems, mental problems over trading, then you probably should just stop looking at trading and just go get real with yourself and go find something else. But if you can't handle trading and you want to fantasize that it's something other than your fantasy, like what we do here in the room, this is the fantasy. We're doing it live, and I've got it all recorded. But if your fantasy, or as some people sometimes will say, it's rare, they'll go, well, your style's not the same as mine. I go, oh, your style is a losing style. That's why you're looking at trading rooms. And then when you see me making winning trades, you have 2 types of styles: losing style and winning style. So your style, which loses, why are you hanging on to that and trying to overlay that over my winning style? Oh, your style's different than mine. I don't agree with it. What? You don't agree with making money, but you agree with a losing style that loses money. You see what I mean? There's a deep psychology here, and I'm telling you, we do help you with that in the Day Traders Action Room. We do that all the time by helping you understand what's really going on in the world, what trading really involves, and we try to just be your friend. And their cost is very, very low. And you saw the proof of what we do. And I'm going to send you out some videos later in your email, and you can look them over from yesterday and today. It's all recorded, and these are the most craziest, wildest days that I recall ever seeing in the markets. I think there was something pretty similar a couple months ago, where there was about a week where every day was like early today and yesterday. Every day it was nuts, but yesterday in particular was off the rails, and today was pretty nuts. Now it's slowing down, which is the way it's trading now is usually how it is. Notice the average contract amount, 978 contract, or 980, whatever. This green line measures that. That's the average where we're going to see it every day. If they start dipping under this orange line on a 4-period average, we watch out a little bit more. But they're trading normal now. So we put on trades all the time in these. A little faster is a little better, but gives you the idea. So we provide all these services for you at a very low cost, the lowest cost in the industry, and the highest profitable trading room. So if you're really serious about a trader, we're kind of in your face in the sense that so step up and trade with us and get in the room and learn how to really trade. And if you're not doing that, all I'm saying is why not? Why are you lurking in trading rooms and looking for free rooms to come in? Why do you want free? In this business, you put on one trade with one contract. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll see $100, $200 disappear in seconds, minutes. Why are you worried about getting something free? You want service that helps you make money. That's the goal of
Connection
trading. It's the
lost.
only goal is to make money. There's no other goal at all to trading futures. So just keep that in mind. And again, I'm just being your friend here. A little tough love, but I've seen that traders, can get really confused about things. So we just try to keep it all nice and clear for you in the Day Traders Action Room, give you great trades, and help you understand what's behind all these market moves and everything. And that's all. Terry was saying, can you be more specific on your call? Well, I think, yeah, this was just early in the session. The first one wasn't a trade call. I said, "Oh, 19 here should take a dive." See, I keep records of all this, just like you should. So I think that's what he meant. The rest of them were all crystal clear. The speed of the market, I can't change it. And then he went on to say, "I just made $240 on a crude oil trade." So
Connection
that's
lost.
fine. So we're getting a lot of action here. This was an open house today, but I went and traded anyway. I can do them both same time, not a big deal. And WL says if trading crude oil from your chart during the morning session, we're on our own with oil. Yeah. Well, again, WL, what I do is I show you on Boomerang. I recap all the trades from 5:45 my time, which is um, that's an hour and 15 minutes for the day
Connection
traders
lost.
action room opens. But we I show you the system and the method for free. I train you for free on how to trade crude oil. And while the room's open, you can trade right off my chart. But if you want to trade round the clock, I mean, it's not the only purpose is to show you how good Boomerang is. It's the only system in the world. It's the only one ever in history that I've ever heard of that has 90% winning trade signals every day. And you can buy Boomerang for peanuts. It's only 11.95. And you say, well, that's 11.95. Give me a break. I talk real in the room. We don't play games with all these people trying to go to Kmart to buy a trading system. 11.95 is peanuts because it's a money machine. If I could sell you an ATM with an unlimited supply of money, I said, yeah, you just go to it every day, put your card in, and take out the money. And how much is the ATM? I go, well, it's $50,000. Oh, that's expensive. I go, for a lifetime you can go in and draw 3,000 a day if you want or more. How is that expensive? Do you see what I mean? It's hard to get through to traders sometimes because they're so screwballed up from the nature of the markets and all the propaganda and the news and the way everything works. But you can go to our site, Boomerang Trader, and right here, our Boomerang Trader will produce up to 90% winning trade setups. Let me show you the proof, which is what I do in the Day Traders Action Room, and I invite traders to join the room here. If they want to join the room, they can watch. This is a video we have, the four-step confirmation process, which I showed you earlier. And this is just a way for them to find out about Boomerang. But you can buy it for $11.95. Crude oil makes 5 to 10 winning trade setups a day at $100 a setup. How is Boomerang expensive if you're going to make 500 to 1,000 bucks a day from the trade signals and you own it for life. Do you see what I mean? Now, WL, I think you understand this. I believe you understand this, but you just have a little empathy with old Mohan here, 30 or 19 years in the industry. I'm telling you, you get a lot of people that can't understand the most simple reality in the world because they don't. I don't know why they're in the trading business. I've mentioned this a couple of times. It's complete mystery. Why are you in the trading business if you don't want to trade and you're not focused on making cash? Anyway, but yeah, you're on your own. If you own Boomerang, you see the method. You can be in the room for a year if you want and watch me show you the crude oil setups every day. Then the next day in the room, you can watch the chart trade. This is exactly what your chart will trade like if you get Boomerang, and then you go on the E signal to power the charts, and you'll already know how to trade it because you can trade it live off the charts here. And I usually leave the room open a little while later. We don't trade crude oil much past 10 o'clock my time, which is 1 o'clock New York. So then you're all set to go. Uh, Michael, thank you for your question about paying. What you do is go on to PayPal and you can use your credit card on the PayPal that I clicked on there. What you do is just set up a account real quick, PayPal, a couple of clicks, use your credit card there, and that way you control your own account. Because I don't have an accounting office, and I certainly don't do it. But if you have your automatic account there, and it bills every month for $149, and stay on for a long time, make money with us. We make an average of three. Listen carefully. We make an average every day of 3 to 5 times the monthly charge for the room. Did you catch that? I think that's a pretty good deal. 3 to 5 times the monthly charge of $149. So that's like $500 to $600 or so is 3 times that amount. Every day we make that just about. Today we made 1,796. If you didn't count that last trade, $1,216. So today, 1,216 divided by 149, you paid for 8 months of the room in just today's trades. You see? So just please go to PayPal and you can, like I said, use your credit card with them. I don't. We don't take credit cards over the phone or any of that because I don't manage. I don't have time to manage it. I'm looking at charts. I'm trying to give you these trades. You don't want me fooling around with accounting and web design. And we got nice webs. I got a blog for the Day Traders Action Room. It's some things could be updated, but I don't really care. I'm not here to win prizes for web design. I'm a trader and I'm trading these markets, and we give you also incredible ideas on um, ways to make money with the money you make from the Day Traders Action Room. So just please go here, scroll down, go on to PayPal, and just if you don't have a PayPal account, it takes a couple clicks to sign up, and then, like I said, you'll have your own PayPal account. And if you ever want to stop the subscription and restart it, you can manage all of that from your PayPal account. Okay, so I appreciate it. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me. But I appreciate you wanting to join. That's very kind, and we'll look forward to seeing with you. We got a little tough love in the room here, but that's what we do. We're here to help you make money. Boomerang, Chris, you say thanks. Need to work more on Boomerang videos. Not sure what you mean by that. You mean look at the YouTube site? And all? I don't know. A lot of those are swing trades. We haven't had many swing trades lately. I consider a swing trade anything 10 points or more, and we had a bunch of those last couple of days, but that's because the market's going nuts. But what I do for a swing trade is I watch for an Elliott wave pattern, and that we're not getting those. We're just getting wild swing action. An Elliott wave pattern. Here's a No, I don't want to give you one that's not a real one. And this is kind of a condensed oddball version of one here. Wave one, two, three, four, fifth wave, and then this is a ABC pattern. A, B, and then this is the short, and it usually the short will go all the way back to the fourth wave, which was right here. So we do take those, and that would have ended up being like a 94. This is a raw example to set like a 20 point type trade, but then the riggers came in and screwed up the pattern because it wasn't really a genuine pattern. I'm just showing you the chart, what it looks like, and this is on Globex. I don't want to scroll back here, but you can look at the videos. That's fine, and there's some scalps on there. And I'm going to send you a copy of the video from yesterday and today also. So just keep that in mind. And thank you very much for joining with us today as well.